Apologies, I just want to make sure I'm online first. Okay. Hello, I'm Alex from A.P.Ink. Okay, sorry, I was just making sure that it was actually working. So, this is going to be a year in review for 2022. So, these are not going to be in any particular order, just how I stacked them up off to the side here. So, this is kind of the first major project that I worked on that kind of took me all year because I worked on it and then put it off to the side until I finally got around to fixing it. So it's just a circus diorama that I made. This isn't done yet, but it is something that I worked on last year. Painting. That's going to be a multimedia piece when I finish it. I'm still working out the logistics on some of the elements for it. So these are more they're circus. I should really be doing it this way, sorry. So they're just kind of leftovers or pieces that wouldn't fit in the diorama. So I think, like I said, these aren't in any particular order, just how I have them stacked. These are in order for when I did them. This was all part of a study I was doing on trying to improve my realism. And I think for as much as I need to still work on this, I think there was quite a bit of improvement, except for this one, which I am really embarrassed for. I don't know if you can even make out what that's supposed to be. But I think if you compare, like, the first bird I did to the last bird I did, that there is some improvement, if even minor. I do like how some of these turned out. Like, I think this fish came out kind of neat. This cat. So I think this is like the very first thing that I worked on in 2022. This was a fail. I was trying a landscape with Crayola, I think Color of the World colored pencils, and ended up doing this one, which, I don't know, I guess it's okay, but I spent so long on this one. If I'm honest, it got to the point where I couldn't see the color anymore, so I felt like I wasn't doing anything. But I think I've got the dates for when I worked on this. I think this one took me about a month. I started in April 1st, and I think I finished it on the 25th of April. I hope you guys can actually see it. It looks kind of dark on the playback. Okay, so from here, this is all sketchbook stuff that I did. Just practicing, trying to update my logo. A lot of these are fails. I didn't like how they came out. I was trying to do 2 different challenges together, fruit challenge and mermaid. Some doodles for galaxies. This was a practice I did for some alcohol markers I had gotten. I thought it came out okay at first, but I think she looks kind of scary. Another galaxy. This is part of the animal study that I did. It's a fail. I have a few different fails. Animal studies. I am going to hang on to all the fails that I did because it's all part of the process. I actually ended up filling up quite a few sketchbooks for 2022. I don't think I'm really going to go into depth on a lot of these. It's just like a review of all the work that I did. Some of these are doodles, just like mindless doodles. Some of these I was actually trying. I'm not sure about this one. On one hand, it looks kind of cool. On the other, it doesn't. That was an attempt at Aurora Borealis. This is a doodle. A lot of these are going to be doodles, I think. This is... I had done celestial zodiac signs, both like Western and Asian. This was all toned paper. I did all 12 celestial bodies, I guess, and then did the symbols. And then these are the Chinese characters or Japanese characters, whatever. Chinese characters. And then I did the element symbols. I do think I'm going to add more to these. I don't know. I'm still playing with ideas on actually continuing this or not. And then I think we're gonna get into some doodles that I did. Trying to excuse me. Excuse me. Trying to depict the night sky with colored pencil on black paper. Some of these I think came out kind of neat, but I also think it's kind of obvious to do this kind of thing on black paper. That's a random doodle that didn't turn out, if you can even see it. Another random doodle. Excuse me. I was playing with like meteors or shooting stars in the night sky. I think I was using a picture of the aurora borealis that I was trying to kind of emulate. Same with this. This is just a doodle. This is a doodle, but I think I was using a peacock feather for inspiration here. I'm hoping you guys can actually see any of this. Oh, here's a dragon that I tried to do. Here's some more doodles. Even doodles can fail. I mean, really, at least for me, the whole point of doodling is just to see what you come up with, but sometimes it doesn't come out so nice. So this is all watercolor. I was trying to depict kind of a stormy sky that I was practicing with different types of watercolor. None of these came out right. But sometimes you don't know unless you try. I might revisit that. I'm not sure. So this is more animal study. I do have a few more animal studies that I want to do in this new year for 2023. I've tried a few times to do representations for Grimm's fairy tales. I still want to do it, but just how I'm gonna do it, I'm not so sure. This book doesn't have a whole lot in it yet. This guy is just still so sad. That's all that I have in this one. This is where we get into the concept art for the circus project that I worked on last year. And even for that, going back to the diorama that I did, I do wish I had of... I'm seeing parts that are falling apart. I do wish I had of made the acrobats in the back a little bit smaller just to help push them back more. But I didn't really know what scale I was going for because I hadn't even picked out a vessel to put the diorama in yet. And yes, I even, let me move this. I did design the crowd in the background, if you could even see it here. I don't know if you can see that. This here, and behind the big clown here. I don't think you can see that. The elephant, the drape that I no longer have on the front of this. Here I was trying to be, which is where this blue ring comes in. This here. I didn't want it to just be like, I don't know. It probably would have made more sense with, okay, I've never been to a circus, I don't think, but I think they have like rings like to indicate where the stage is, and that the floor would be. Those are the scallops that are on the back wall. This is another attempt at trying to figure out how to here when I had it done in construction paper. This was a doodle I did, kind of chibi fan art characters. That was a fail. This is a fail. This was the design that I'm going to revisit this in the new year, 2023, because I am thinking about doing kind of a whole series of little chibi characters based on characters. But I had done a full body and just the head with a different expression. I'm not sure if my mic is cutting out, sketchy in the playback. But yeah, I did several of these, full body, and then either that or there's a problem with my internet. Let me know if you can figure out, or if you know who these characters are, unless you can actually read what I've written. Okay, this is getting into animal study, the very first one that I did last year for 2022, Random Dragon. See, I think you can maybe see my progress as we get into the cartoon. For as much as I tried to grasp realism here, it's still, not only is the anatomy weird, but I think it leans He's just a sad little guy. Last one was a criminal. I think even from here to here, which I did this in early March of last year, I think definite improvement. Which this was about mid-March. Of birds with blue jay, just in case it wasn't obvious. An attempt at a galaxy. Sun. And then the moon. I liked how those two came out. I still want to never finish this last year, but I hope to get to it this year. Trying to create two different guitars in paper, an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar. This is more animal study. Obviously these, I was just trying to keep the sketches together, so I'm missing one somewhere. Oh, I think it was in a bigger sketchbook. An attempt at a galaxy. They're just random doodles. This was a random doodle that I did. Not really the prettiest thing. Another random doodle. I did this in two parts. I did several of these in two parts where I did the background and then I did the character and glued it on top. Animal study. This was for a betta fish. Pencil sketches. Which this is the one that I ended up painting, but to look at it, I think it's the one I painted. Yeah. I don't know why I chose to paint this one. In my opinion, his face and all is really kind of ugly. I mean, I do like how detailed the tail on that one came out. This might have made a better composition for painting. Okay, I only showed half of this on camera. I was actually prepping for another show last year. I was waiting for an invite to that unfortunately never came to be. But I did this part on camera, and then off camera I added this because I was going to create it as like a 3D kind of thing. This is another one I was prepping for the same show for. I created this part on camera, and then off camera I had added this for, again, to give it kind of a 3D effect. I was going to layer it up for the final product. This one didn't come out as nice. The markers I had were drying out. But I think I was going to try the same effect on this to add like an overlay. Same for this. I just never finished them. This was for I did 3 really quick illustrations for a project for a company that I work for. This is part of the animal study. Pencil sketch for the animal study. Sorry. I did seal these. I should just take the paper off. Here I was just playing with some drying out markers that I have. This one came out kind of neat, I guess. Playing with, I think these were drying out markers as well. And I did colored pencil on top of. So that was the face practice that I started at the end of last year, which I think I'm going to get back into this. I don't think I really did any of these justice. That's all that's in this one right now. Okay, so this is a cardboard sketchbook that I filled up completely. Colored pencil. which I don't know. I don't want to say things that I'm not going to actually get around to, but I might try this again because I think the cardboard took the paint pretty nice. This end product really kind of subtle, I think. I used a white Posca pen to try to define where some of the edges were. This is a doodle. I like how some of these came out even now, which I don't want to completely for sale. Should you be interested? These were really just random doodles that were inspired by, I think it was in this. Here. Which I think a lot of these aren't necessarily new concepts. Galaxy while I make sure that I'm still connected to the. So this was a fail, but I did end up revisiting this. I'm just checking my internet because I'm not sure if I just got kicked off. I do like how this one turned out, but I'm not sure if I should take the lower eyelid off or if I should continue it across the entire eyelid. But this was mixed media, so alcohol. And here we get into some of the dragons that I made. Here's the same concept. Here, revisited. Was going for, obviously. I did make this sketchbook out of recycled cardboard. I might make another. I don't know if I have enough cardboard to do that, but we'll see. Another one, I might do it on camera. Which, some of these... I was playing around with... I tinted with pink. And this is a red dragon that I tinted... I mean, there is some pink here in the membrane, but this is tinted mostly with orange. This one I tinted with brown to give it yet again another effect or end look. I will say put these dragon bones up on my Society 6 store. So if anybody depictions of dragon bones up there. And then just a random doodle that I did with Crayola Colors of the World pencils. That was the last piece that I really did. I think that was all of the pieces that I did in 2022. They're completely. So I am going to leave this here. I want to thank anybody who sat through all of this. For a while, I take the time to go through and look at your own progress, see what all you have worked on, see what you want to continue. Some of these things I am going to continue, and hopefully you're looking forward to any of that. More animal studies, more fan art pieces, more original pieces. Other than that, thank you if you've been watching for a while. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.